And we got back. You know what I'm saying? Today, as you can see, we'll be watching the 6 most terrifying cave moments caught on camera. Nah, let me stop. But yeah, today we'll be watching the 6 terrifying cave moments caught on camera. I ain't never been cave diving. Don't ever want to. Don't ever plan to. So I will vicariously live through these people. Let's go.
A YouTuber named Alex from the channel Cantrell Caving is known for exploring some of the most dangerous, narrow, and unpredictable cave systems in the world. But this time, his passion nearly cost him his life. On November 3rd, 2023, a group of 5 young men, including Alex and his close friend Jacob, set out to explore a cave they had never been in before. The plan was simple: follow the rope, reach the end, and document the journey. But nothing ever goes exactly as planned underground. At first, everything seemed fine. Headlamps on, boots laced, spirits high. They moved deeper inside, unaware that the...
Look at that. But I can't do it. I can't do it. I believe in ghosts. One of them lights go out. Imagine them lights go out. We just it's pure darkness down here. I can't do it. I can't.
Conditions had already changed, and fast.
Do it.
Is it filling with water?
Not long into their descent, they found themselves battling rising water. The cave's narrow passages were partially flooded, making every step harder and far more dangerous.
God,
the air was heavy with moisture, and the rocks were slick. Every step forward took them deeper, both into the cave and into the unknown.
What happens if you pee in a wetsuit? Just asking for... It just stays. I'm asking for...
Wait, are they on their way back? Or are they entering into the cave with it like that? He just said they were on their way back, right?
It just stays. Last minute emergency source.
They were still laughing, talking about reaching the end of the tunnel, but beneath the surface, tension was starting to build. Jacob, who had scouted part of the route ahead, tried to warn them. Some sections are completely underwater. You'll have to duck your head just to get through. There's no way to breathe in parts of it.
I can't get Edward. Go. Edward, go right. Go right, okay.
Look at that, bro. I can't do it. Just that sound, that echo, that would have been getting to me. Because that echo lets you know, like, it's this much space in there, bro.
I gotcha.
Still, the group pushed forward, following the rope and hoping nothing would go wrong. But as they went deeper into the flooded tunnel, fear began to show on Alex's face. His confidence faded. His movements grew tense and frantic. The water level kept rising until it filled his ears, and the only way to breathe was to tilt his head straight up toward the ceiling. The deeper he crawled, the more unstable he became, until suddenly, everything went wrong.
Oh! You going, Jacob? Oh, he just bailed. Stop.
What's going on, bruh? What happened? Is it what's going on? You trying to get everybody knocked off.
You're good. Oh my God! I'm coming out. All right, we'll back it out.
One of Alex's friends panicked. Struggling to breathe, he grabbed onto Alex in desperation, nearly dragging them both underwater. Cold, water, darkness, claustrophobia.
He trying to kill his zombies. He said, "I'm going out, y'all
panic
going out
is your
with
worst
me."
enemy.
Yeah.
Despite the chaos, they somehow managed to keep their heads above water. Inch by inch, they pulled themselves back toward the light. By the time they reached an open space, both Alex and his friend were scraped, bruised, and completely exhausted. It could have ended very differently. They were lucky to survive.
Not for real. Because you got to think, they're not floating in water.
You're not ready for it.
They're not like, there's not enough water in here that they're swimming in it. They're actively having to crawl through a
This man was
they're actively having to crawl through a space that is filled with water. And that's a lot different, bro. That's gonna be, you're gonna have to be like crawling while it's gonna be hard, bro. It's gonna be hard. Not saying it can't be done. Evidently there was a rope in there, so somebody did it. But it definitely would be something that would be definitely playing mind games.
exploring a cave when he reached a dangerously narrow passage. Determined to push forward, he squeezed himself into the tight gap and nearly became stuck. The video was uploaded to YouTube on January 10th, 2022.
He said it became stuck.
Under the stuck passage. Determined to push forward, he squeezed himself into the tight gap and nearly became stuck. The video was uploaded to YouTube on January 10th, 2022, under the title, Smothered in a Claustrophobic Cave. The man behind the channel, Caveman Hikes, has posted dozens of similar videos, where he successfully escapes caves after long and risky explorations. But in this video, things look far more tense.
So far I haven't felt like that squeeze, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to take the light.
Bro, why? Why, bro? Look at this. You literally, I hope it's like a space on the other end or something. Like, come on, man.
Is the problem?
Is it just that's one hole and then it opens up? Or I hope you don't literally just have to stay like that, though. Because if man, I'm not doing that, man.
Problem. If I go Superman style,
the point of that?
I can certainly get through, but then my clothes are going to bunch up. And it'll look cool on camera, but very uncomfortable bunching clothes up and backing up at the same time. So one of the nice things about these is...
But you don't need a point to do nothing. If you want to do it, enjoy, have fun. If this is your thing, I love you.
You can use your...
And I thank you for the videos.
Feet for leverage, and you can't see that, but I take my feet and I pinch it up against the ceiling, and then I use that to leverage myself backwards. So I'm leveraging myself through here, and I fit okay. It didn't look like I was gonna, but I'm pretty much I just have a hard time leveraging myself to move myself over this knuckle.
Bro, I couldn't do it, bro.
It's gonna be a little lossy here.
I'm too
For a while, he keeps
bro.
trying to push deeper into the cave, but eventually realizes he's almost completely trapped.
Trying to give you a decent view.
Because it probably curves or something.
My little gumdrop slide
and he's
here.
tall, so it's gonna be kind of hard to get out of like something that's
I'll bring you closer.
Curving that got a small hole.
There we go. So it's all about leverage, and I don't know where my feet are here. But
I don't even know what to do.
Through here.
I wonder if he could feel where he's at on the earth. Like, does he know if he's up, down, left, right? If he's right side up like this, or if he's under, like, can you feel that?
As I can. I can't turn and see. You see, this is the problem with the clothes bunching up.
That would get to me, bro, if I couldn't feel that.
My knee pad's caught. Okay.
At that moment,
Bro.
he decides not to risk it any further and begins carefully backing out the way he came. Fortunately, he manages to escape without any injuries.
Thank God.
This story comes from the YouTube channel Action Adventure Twins, run by two brothers, James and Edward. Since early 2020, they've been exploring dangerous and extremely tight cave systems, documenting their underground adventures. But in March 2021, one of their expeditions brought them terrifyingly close to death. They decided to explore the well-known Pettyjohn Cave in Georgia. By that time, they had already visited several sections of this sprawling maze-like cave system.
I
even
go there for the
discovering an
views
underground waterfall
and
during
the
one of their
waterfall.
previous trips. They felt confident enough to take on the challenges of this underground labyrinth. However,
Soon
this
as it
time,
start getting to
their
this,
goal was one of the most difficult
y'all
sections
got
of the
it.
cave, appropriately
I
named
see y'all
the
when y'all
nervous
get back.
breakdown.
This one's tight.
What'd he say though? My bad. I was talking
Previous
over.
trips. System, even discovering an underground waterfall during one of their previous trips. They felt confident enough to take on the challenges of this underground labyrinth. However, this time, their goal was one of the most difficult sections of the cave, appropriately named the nervous breakdown.
Nervous
This
breakdown.
one's tight.
It's named the nervous breakdown, and you gotta know that going in. That's already psychologically playing. Come on, bro.
A title that perfectly describes the mental state of anyone attempting to pass through it. The beginning of the trip went smoothly. The brothers squeezed through a narrow entrance and reached the first open chamber of the cave.
I don't even know.
But soon, the passages began to narrow again, forcing them to crawl through tighter and tighter spaces. After about 25 minutes of crawling, they faced their first serious obstacle. A muddy chamber with a deep, narrow pit in the middle that had to be carefully skirted along the edge. One wrong move would mean falling into a tight shaft with almost zero chance of climbing back out. The slippery walls and lack of solid footing would make it nearly impossible to pull someone out.
Snap.
After safely passing this dangerous area, they finally
And
reached
it's
the entrance.
muddy in there. I ain't gonna lie, I done did some stuff. I done went hiking on, and you know, it was in Hawaii. It was muddy. It looked like that, and you gotta make it pass without falling off. But it wasn't this long. It was just like a little passage, and then you know, the stuff will widen and stuff. But they are literally on the edge. Come on,
To the
bro.
infamous nervous breakdown. To their
And it's super
frustration,
muddy down
part
there.
of the surrounding area had collapsed, making it much harder to find a safe route forward. Rocks were scattered everywhere, narrow drops surrounded them, and pitch-black darkness filled the space. After a long search, Edward eventually located an entrance and decided to go down, leaving his brother above as a backup in case something went wrong. He had no idea that this decision would become one of the biggest mistakes of his life. After descending a bit deeper, Edward tried to contact his brother, but there was no response.
I found a rope.
No response.
Huh.
What are you doing?
I don't hear James anymore. Uh-oh.
He suddenly found himself in a nightmare scenario, lost in an unknown part of the cave with no way to communicate. At first, he tried to stay calm and continued moving, still hoping he would meet James somewhere ahead. But after 30 minutes of
They split up. Why they split up? Man, come on, man.
searching and calling out with no answer, the reality of the situation began to sink in. He knew that panic was the worst possible reaction, but anxiety was slowly taking over. After countless failed attempts to locate his brother, Edward decided to retrace his steps, only to realize how difficult that would be.
Yeah, all this twist and turn, man. You done went up, down. Man, come on, man. It's gonna be super hard to remember where you came from, especially rocks looking like this. It
Jay!
looked like a never-ending freaking.
It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him.
Oh snap!
I don't
30
even
minutes.
know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and
And he ain't saying
everything
nothing.
just looks the same. It's just a jumble maze.
Every direction looked exactly the same in the dim light of his headlamp. Narrow tunnels and uneven rock walls offered no landmarks to help him remember where he had come from. With every step, the situation became more desperate. A single wrong choice could leave him wedged in a passage too tight to escape. Or worse, he could fall into a hidden fissure.
But he ain't yelling out, boy. I'm a yell. Like I'm. Hey, you finna hear me? Hey.
Even without physical injury, it it would be easy to wander in circles until exhaustion took
No,
over.
sir.
The
We
recording,
ain't going
which
out
began
like
with
that.
excitement as he entered the nervous breakdown, could have ended as a tragic documentation of his final moments. After what felt like endless wandering in circles, Edward finally spotted a small but familiar detail. A piece of marker tape he had noticed earlier on his way down.
Didn't he pass
Following
that
it,
like 5
he was
times
finally
already?
able to find his way back.
James!
I done seen that thing. Oh, there you go.
You're over here? Oh,
Finally, boy. God dang. I've been calling you for 3 hours. You hear me?
This place is a maze, man. Oh, hey, I see your light. Dude. I thought we were never gonna see each other. Dude, I know.
After reuniting, the brothers stayed together for
I
the
know
rest.
that's a good feeling, boy. You meet up. Oh, my love. I missed you.
Of the expedition, and eventually made it safely out of the cave without serious injuries. This experience didn't stop them from exploring caves. They continue to upload videos to their YouTube channel, but now they do so with far more caution and much better preparation.
Yeah, they almost got. He almost. Hey, that could have been a bad situation. Most definitely.
The following story took place in January 2014, when a group of cave explorers set out to conquer Lost John's
Hold up. Let me. All right, we Gucci.
cave in Lancashire, England.
Stop real quick.
This impressive cave system stretches for about 3 miles, with known depths reaching around 700 feet. Most of the team had years of caving experience behind them, and, like many seasoned explorers,
He said
they were
3
confident
miles,
matches for
700
Lost
feet.
John's Cave in Lancashire, England. This impressive cave system stretches for about 3 miles,
3 miles.
with known depths reaching around 700 feet.
Depths of
Most of the team had
700.
years of caving experience behind them, and, like many seasoned explorers, they were confident in their abilities.
But it
They
don't look
carefully
that bad.
prepared for the
This one look
expedition,
dope.
studying maps, planning their route, and packing the necessary gear.
I'll do this too.
But in the world of caving, there is a brutal truth. When something goes wrong, no amount of planning can guarantee safety. Even the most experienced explorers can find themselves in life-threatening situations. That is exactly what happened to one member of the group, Bob
You
Johnson.
fail or
At
something.
first, the expedition
Got
went
stuck.
smoothly. The team moved deeper into the cave, using their equipment to overcome each obstacle. But everything changed when they reached a section known as the Tube, an extremely narrow passage that required crawling forward on their stomachs. To make matters worse, part of the passage was filled with water, making visibility and breathing even more difficult. Despite the dangerous conditions, the group decided to continue.
Crawling forward on
The
Well,
thinnest
look how
member
small
went
that
first
hole
and
is.
managed to squeeze through. Bob Johnson went next, and he was far less fortunate. Squeeze through. The group decided to continue,
Look at that, bro.
and breathing even more difficult.
Boy,
Despite the dangerous conditions, the group decided to continue.
I'm not doing
The
it.
thinnest member went first and managed to squeeze through. Bob Johnson went next, and he was far less fortunate. At first, he made steady progress through the tube,
Don't tell
but
me
soon
he passed, bro.
he began to struggle, even in the slightly wider sections.
Is this his camera?
Somehow he reached the narrowest part of the passage, and that's where his luck ran out.
Nah, don't tell me he finna go. Narrowest part of the passage, that's where his luck ran out. He finna block the water from, and it's gone.
He became completely wedged from the waist down, and every attempt to free himself only made things worse.
Oh,
Being stuck in such a tight space
Is
is
he on the
already
way back,
horrifying.
or is he
The
on the way
feeling of
there?
solid rock squeezing your body, the walls closing in, you can't move, you can barely breathe, and panic begins to
If you
creep
can't
in.
stuck, you
For
better-
Bob, the nightmare was just beginning. On top of being trapped, he now had to face a far more terrifying threat:
the water.
rising water.
Yeah.
Water
You
makes
see-
any caving trip
Come on,
infinitely
man.
more dangerous. In a dry cave,
That'd
even
have
if
been
you
my
get
first
stuck,
concern.
at least you have time to think, time to plan. But when water starts rising, the situation becomes deadly within minutes. Imagine
So that would have been my first concern.
freezing water slowly climbing up your body while you are trapped in solid rock, unable to move. The terror is indescribable. Bob knew he had only a short time before drowning became a real possibility, and he fought desperately to free himself. But the water soaked through his clothing, making him heavier, and his escape attempts even more hopeless. Just when the situation seemed completely hopeless, one of the team members had an idea. The idea that would ultimately save Bob's life.
What is it?
This? Yeah, it looks tight. Probably I get it. Pull it! Pull it!
Instead of trying to push him forward, the team members behind him began carefully pulling him back the way he came, and it worked. Bob was finally freed, though his ordeal was far from
Bruh. You just made that seem so dramatic. That would have been the first, like, it wasn't even a problem for real. That would have been the, like, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. That would have been my first instinct. You say you're stuck. You went in this way. Maybe I should pull him this way. Like, bruh.
from over. Later, he shared in the comments that he and the two teammates who rescued him had to crawl for another 3 hours to escape the cave through an alternative route. This incident left such a deep psychological scar that even
He wasn't stuck. He just couldn't get through the hole. He didn't fit. That was not, bruh.
today,
That was
Bob
not
says he
stuck.
can't watch the footage from that day without experiencing severe anxiety.
You know what's in your cheap protein powder? Well, here to tell us is all-natural fitness athlete Paul Sklar.
All right, let's see what we've got.
He said, then he had a grand idea. Pull him. Pull him. That's the idea, bro.
This unsettling video was filmed by Jacob, an experienced explorer obsessed with uncovering the secrets of abandoned mines. For nearly 20 years, he had descended into forgotten tunnels, documenting his journeys and sharing the hidden history of
That'd
these
been the
places
first
with
thing
his
I did, bro. I still can't get over
viewers.
that, bro.
But this time was different. This time he encountered something he would never forget. On the cold, rainy evening of December 5th, 2017, Jacob drove down a dark, deserted road toward another abandoned mine, unaware of what awaited him underground.
This looked like that video of that ghost that pop out or chase that car. Oh, man, 1 second.
Okay, that's the portal to the Waldeck mine. I'm inside. The wind has kind of died down a little bit, and it's not raining, so I managed to stay dry.
My boy is alone.
Of course, I'm inside this little alcove, kind of. But
Boy, you
anyway,
brave,
you come
man.
down this little incline path, and then
My boy is doing it solo dolo. Yeah, he brave.
big boulders here to
Definitely
climb
brave.
over, and then the tunnel's right behind me, this way. So let's check it out. Let's get in here.
At first, everything seemed normal, almost calm. But the deeper he ventured, the stronger a strange feeling of unease grew inside him as he passed beneath
My unease would have been at them trees back there. You seen how windy it was with the wind and the rain and the terrain, how it looked, and it's dark. Yeah, I'm gonna just call it for the night. I'm gonna go back to bed. Good night.
rotting wooden beams, barely holding back the crushing weight of the earth. After more than 15 minutes of walking, something strange appeared on camera.
We're going to take this branching tunnel that we skipped on the way in.
What you said?
That we skipped on the way in.
On camera.
We're going to take this branching tunnel that we skipped on the way in. I'm assuming that X means a dead end or somebody died.
A faint flash of light deep in the tunnel, like a distant flashlight beam.
Y'all didn't catch the reaction, so let me run it back.
It's a dead end or somebody died.
A faint flash of light
He
deep
said
in the
somebody.
tunnel, like a distant flashlight beam. Though Jacob didn't notice
Hey, he
it at
said-
the time,
He said somebody died, bro. Yeah.
Moments later, disturbing sound.
He just said he seen a flashlight.
A faint
beam.
flash of light deep in the tunnel, like a distant flashlight beam. Though Jacob didn't notice it at the time.
Or an eyeball. Oh, no.
Moments later, flashlight beam. Though Jacob...
His light is already over here, so it can't... You know how eyes reflect the light.
Didn't notice it at the time.
Dude, that's crazy.
Moments later, disturbing sounds began to echo through the tunnel. Soft, whisper-like noises coming from somewhere just out of sight.
Do you hear that? Sounds like,
Not staying, bro.
What, is that wind?
I'm running up out there. Boy, I'm finna be chopping, boy. I'm finna...
Can you, I don't know if you can hear that on the camera.
Yeah, I hear it.
Do you hear that?
Then it just stopped.
Stopped.
Bro. Nah, man.
Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's
You
crazy.
better, boy, I'm chopping.
Don't know if that's a bird.
I'm chopping up out of there.
I don't know what
bro.
that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So let's get out of here.
Yeah, bro.
And head back out to the portal.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie.
That was weird. I think I keep hearing something. That was strange.
But this man brave, bro.
I hear the air blowing here. Wow. I'm getting out of here, and you can really hear that airflow. I'm getting out of here and heading home.
Uneasy, Jacob turned back toward the entrance.
But you never know, man. This could be... He could have put that in there. You know what I'm saying? You never... If that's real, bro.
But on his way out, he noticed another tunnel he had missed before, and cautiously decided to investigate.
Looking down the tunnel here. I don't know why
one
that
of them is
chain
swinging.
back there. Don't know if you can see that in the video or not.
Inside, steel chains hung from the ceiling, ordinary at first glance, until he saw one of them slowly swaying back.
Man, he probably ran in there. That's why he breathing hard. He probably ran in there. Ran back. I don't know why. You know exactly why that thing's swinging, bro.
Back and forth, as if someone had just touched it. That was enough for Jacob. Realizing he was not alone, he immediately left the mine and never looked back. To this day, he still has no explanation for what happened in that tunnel. It remains an unsolved mystery. This unsettling 30-minute video was filmed by a man named Daniel, who entered a cave with two of his friends despite having no proper caving experience or equipment. Only a few minutes after going underground, they got lost, as anyone would expect. While searching for a way out, Daniel discovered a small chamber crawling with massive spiders.
Well, I know that ain't the way. We ain't encountered that yet.
I'm not scared of spiders, but there's a
back
shitload
that.
of them.
That's definitely not the way. Let me get back.
Okay, spiders, don't touch me and I won't touch you.
And to make things even worse, one of his friends nearly became stuck between the cave walls. At first, the group tried to stay calm and act as if everything was under control. But as the video goes on, the tension rises and panic slowly begins to take over.
Everybody.
Fortunately,
Man, give me the flashlight, man.
after a terrifying struggle in the darkness, all three of them eventually managed to find their way out unharmed.
I know I'm not claustrophobic, but I am now. And especially just like fucking like the spiders. It gets into the back of your mind.
I know that felt good when they finally did get out. But yeah, that's the video, man. Catch y'all on the next one.